Welcome to the study. This is Brofessor Hemlock. Today I've got a really short video for you that is going to be talking about exactly how to play this style in duels specifically. So starting off with this duel, I am dueling a good friend of mine, Crids, who is running a super sick build. Probably one of the strongest builds against live staff users. Sword and board combined with Ice Gauntlet. Very weird combination. His goal is to essentially shield bash me, perform a massive glacial spike combo with heavy attacks while in a frosted area. It deals a massive amount of burst damage. Really fun build that I've never seen anyone run besides Crids. Super cool. But let's break down how I'm going to play against this build. So starting off here in the duel, I know Crids is going to try and do a bunch of damage with those very spiky burst damage cycles that Ice Gauntlet has with its major cooldowns. So I am going to try and cycle my defensive healing abilities when he's using his offensive abilities, and then I'm going to try and turn the tables with my Great Axe. So right there, he opens with all of his cooldowns, just like I thought he would. I open with counter pressure on my healing, so I can defend myself against his abilities. Now, something to note, you can see that I did there, is I am running the if you dodge talent, you gain healing power. You must dodge before you do all of your healing. That way, you're actively going to do bigger single target heals. Right there, I had a 5,000 self-heal. Because of that dodge prior to my heal cast. Very good. Now, he's used his cooldowns. I have the opportunity to strike back. How am I going to do that? So I'm starting off with using my Great Axe charge. Now, unfortunately, I used it a little too soon. I was affected by his slow still. So I didn't wait for that debuff to fall off, and that's what caused my charge to fail. So because my charge failed, I have to use Reap now to counter him. Now, this is something that's really important with this build to note. If you get someone in with Reap, that's when you're going to Gravwell right after. Do not just yeet your Gravwell off into the nothingness while you're not in melee range. Huge mistake. If you do that, you're going to have to then close the gap with something, whether it's just running there or use your charge to close the gap. And then by that time, they're going to have time to react, whether it's pulling out their Fire Staff if they're a Fire Staff user or a Rapier user, and they're going to use their mobility options to get out of your grav. Or if they're an Ice Gauntlet user, they're going to just Ice Block. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to catch Crids here in my Reap, and then I'm going to hit him with that Gravwell. Now I'm on top of him, and I instantly am swinging damage into him. So he's forced to stand his ground. He can't do anything to get out now. So this is where he's going to start applying counter pressure with his cooldowns to make me go back to a healing cycle. And that's what I do. Get my dodge roll in, start doing a bunch of healing, and he's going to go for a heavy damage cycle on me again there. Use my single target heal, and I keep myself alive just fine. Now, looking at the situation here, he's starting to apply a bunch of damage. I'm going to have to heal that back up. I got my 5,000 non-crit heal off. And from here, I think I can go back to applying damage. I charge in, he gets the shield bash on me, so he's going to try and damage. I know right now that I need to switch back to my life staff single target heal. I'm about to make a big mistake here, though. I do have a party member with me, and I have mouse 4 set up as my self-target healing button. However, it's hold mouse 4. I unfortunately do not hold mouse 4 long enough. I click it. That will cause the heal to then go on to my teammate instead of me. So I'm going to have to dodge roll into this. You can see right here, I'm basically shitting myself. Thankfully, I do get into the circle, and I'm able to sustain myself. Miss my charge very slightly off, but now I am in melee range here, so I can hit him with that grav. get him in, and start pounding out the damage. At this point, he's 1 hit to dead, but I know that I have the advantage. So you can see that I actually pull out my heal here. I know he's going to run into me and try and shield bash me, and I don't have any ability to counter that besides getting through with another healing cycle. I could try and kill him and finish him off here, but in this case, I want to play safe. You're using a life staff. Play safe. There's no sense in being overly aggressive in this situation. He's dropping his damage cooldowns. I pop the heal on myself. I get myself back to full health, and then I finish him off. Very good duel, very great player I'm playing against, and a super cool build Grids is using. And that's kind of your playstyle in dueling or 1v1 situations. Play safe, counter their cooldowns with your life staff, you get to full health, then you counter with your Great Axe, and you're going to use your Great Axe to deal a bunch of damage. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time in the study.